everybody, we're back here today doing a review on Wonder Woman 2. Ignore the fact that we got Wonder Woman 1 in the background. I promise you, we have seen the movie. We went over to the in-laws and we watched it over Christmas. And we're going to give our review and our thoughts.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe button, and comment down below, because we love feedback, and hit the ring the bell, because we come out with videos every day.
Right on. So usually we do sitting up. This is our first one standing up, so we'll see if these are any better standing up. So let's get into this. We'll give you, this is the first part will be a non-spoiler, and then we'll let you know when we do the spoilers by telling you we're going to do the spoilers, so this is a review, and we're going to talk about it. Alright, anyway, so the main plot is Wonder Woman 2. She starts off as a little girl, and we see her back home on her little island, and she's competing in like an Olympic thing, and she has all these competitions, and that's how it begins. And she has a moral of the story in that, and it's basically be true to yourself, don't take shortcuts, right?
Yeah, don't lie.
Don't lie, don't cheat. And then this, so the beginning plays a role in the end, and then we meet Pedro Pascal's character, who is a down on his luck kind of guy. He's kind of like, he wants, I guess, all these investors in these oil fields that are all dry. And it seems like he, at this point, he might be an honest guy, I guess. It's kind of shady. Doesn't seem like, I mean, he's hustle people for money. His characters hustle people for money, but I don't know, it kind of seems like he didn't really mean to, maybe?
He meant to, but he didn't mean it out of spite.
Right, well, we meant to. Yeah, first, at the beginning he didn't mean to, but once he realized they were dry, then he tried to. Anyway.
Then he was like, oh, crap.
Right, and then we meet the cheetah character, what's her name?
Barbara Minerva.
Barbara Minerva.
Minerva.
And then she's this archaeologist type person, works in a museum. She works at a museum, and she gets this artifact that her and Diana are trying to discover what it does, and it's kind of like a genie lamp, but it's a rock.
It's not genie's lamp, it's worse.
Right.
Genies actually give you what you ask for. This thing, it's like, if you guys ever read The Monkey's Paw, it's basically like that.
Yep. Or you ever see that movie about the genie, Make a Wish or something? Well, you make a wish, and then it takes something away from you that you really like, or it kind of ruins your wishes, and
yeah, it gives you what you want, but not in the way you expect
it. The way you expect it, right. So that's main plot, and at the end, of course, she fights the bad guys, and then she wins, and then there's the moral of the story. So that's basically Wonder Woman. We'll talk more about it in the spoilers, where we get more into detail about the discussion. The acting's very good, very well done. Gal Gadot, I think I pronounced her name right, does an excellent job, as does Pedro Pascal. Kristen Wiig, she does pretty good. The lady that does Cheetah, her acting was pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. It was pretty good. However, I didn't really like the story at all, the wishing thing, and then the big fight with the cheetah. I just don't feel like there was a big payoff. The payoff at the end of the movie didn't fit for me.
There was no payoff. What are you talking about?
Right. Like the fight with the cheetah at the end was very short and unsatisfying. Wasn't a lot of action, and then
it basically went how I expected it to go, though, because Cheetah is more, when you think of cheetahs, they go fast at first, and then after a while their steam kind of goes.
Well, that's true.
And then they're like that. So that's basically how I expected it, because Cheetah kicks butt at the beginning, and then Cheetah usually does. That's how she usually fights, and all the other things. She usually kicks butt at the beginning, and then eventually Wonder Woman will take over, and that's basically what happens.
Yeah, runs out, and then the way that she defeated the real bad guy, I guess, was just corny, and
it was pathetic. He didn't get hurt at all.
Right. And the beginning of the movie is very long and slow and dull. It's like a two and a half hour movie. and I feel like it could have been done in an hour and a half. Like the first part was like 20 minutes. The Olympic thing was probably like 20 or 30 minutes of the movie.
No, the Olympic definitely wasn't the best.
And it's just so we could get this moral of the story type thing. They could have done that in 5 minutes, like share a story and about the
Yeah.
a warning. I'm trying to think of a word.
What's
The
wrong with
warnings. A warning about trying to cut corners and stuff like this. And the warning for Wonder Woman or Diana is that if she cuts corners, she could lose her power. And that's probably about the warning she got and how if we cheat, we could lose a part of ourselves.
That's not what it was in the.
That's not what you got out of it?
Out of the first Olympic thing?
Yeah, because she cheated, and then her mom said, or is it her aunt? One of them told her that you could lose your power.
No.
All right, you say it.
See, that's not what they said.
Say it.
They said that no warrior goes. No one gets nothing good is built on lies. That's what they said. They never said that that she would lose her power.
I think she said something about losing her power.
No, that's not what they said.
Well, that's what I got out of it.
Of course, that's what you got out of it.
She loses it herself. So so yeah, and then once about an hour and a half into the movie, it starts to pick up with some action. I mean, there's some action thrown in here and there, but there's very small, very little. But hour and a half, you start to get a little action, and then it just doesn't fit. It just doesn't work. So
it's like more like a drama show at this point.
Right. So we're gonna give our grade, and if y'all watched our videos before, we just do 3 simple ones: not recommend, recommend with caution, and highly recommend. And I gonna give it recommend with caution, I guess.
Extreme caution.
Extreme caution, right? So if you're expecting anything like the first movie, which was great, you're gonna be highly disappointed. If you're expecting a good movie at all, you're gonna be disappointed.
If you expect a good movie at all, you're probably gonna throw the disc out the window.
It's it was very disappointing. I had high hopes for this one. I love the first one. I thought this was gonna be great.
Like compared to the boss, compared to like the boss fight between Ares and Wonder Woman, though.
Yeah.
This movie got like the boss fight got a complete F on this one.
I think this is probably one of the worst end of the movie fights I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yep. So what did you give it?
Definitely recommend with caution.
Recommend with caution.
It's really slow, and I feel like we actually had to have an intermission though, because
something different.
Someone was having an intermission because
it was boring.
She didn't want to. She was like, "This is really boring. Yeah. We gotta take a break."
We had to take a break, fix some food to get energy back up.
Yeah, we had to have. We got some dessert.
We was in a household of about 8 people when we watched this, and maybe only one person liked it. I think Grandpa might have liked it. He might. He was the only one who was like laughing and seemed like he was into it.
I mean,
everybody else was.
There was definitely some funny parts in there, but like most part, it was kind of bad.
Yeah. So we didn't really enjoy it. Maybe you enjoy it. I don't know how much you guys take our word for anything. We recommend with caution, lots of caution. I'm almost to the point where I would say not recommend. That's how far I'm on that scale. So yeah. So I mean, it's up to you. It might be your thing. It might not be your thing. So that is our non-spoiler part. Now we're doing spoilers, where we're going to talk about parts we like, parts we didn't like, what we thought worked, that didn't work, maybe some hypothesis of what might go on. I would say, I don't know,
scientific.
Yeah. I will say that going in after the first Wonder Woman, I'm excited for Wonder Woman 2. After Wonder Woman 2, I am not excited for Wonder Woman 3. And it's already, I don't know if you know this or not, it already greenlit or already approved Wonder Woman 3.
I know.
I'm not excited for it.
Last part of it, and I was like,
are you excited for Wonder Woman 3?
I was at the end scene credit, like the very end scene, like the after credit scene. I was like, really close to it, and then I realized what it was, and I'm like, okay, no.
No.
Because like I thought the end scene credit was the end credit scene was like introducing like a new bad guy, where like wherever they go, like disaster kind of just happens for no reason. So I was like, I would have been like, that's like awesome, you should do that. And then it turns out it's just someone else that they were
Yeah,
talking about
another-
throughout the whole movie, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, that's so dumb.
Yeah, another Amazon. So yeah, we're not. So if when it comes to Wonder Woman 3, I'll have if it's I cannot talk. If it goes out to theaters, I'll have to wait to see what my friends say about it before I even go and watch it. Otherwise, I'll just wait for it to come out on TV, and then I'll probably try to stream it on HBO Max, I guess, if I get that. We don't even have that right now, and probably won't. All right, now, so now we're going to talk about...
Here, let me think about streaming it on
Yeah.
something we're never going to
Oh,
get.
well, maybe. Only way I would get it, because I'm kind of excited for the Godzilla versus King Kong movie, Kong versus Godzilla
That
movie.
is kind of...
And if that goes to Max and
if
HBO, I might have to get it.
And if I really... Talking about that, though, I really hope it goes the way I'm thinking it goes. It's going to go, though.
Okay. All right, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We'll make another video. We do plan on doing some Godzilla videos. We like Godzilla.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about that's the spoilers. 10 minutes into this, we probably lost about 99% of our viewers right now. So we're
And
going
for
to
the
talk about what
1%
we
who's
like.
still sticking around, I'm pretty sure you guys are clicking off right now. So if you're not doing that, please don't.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so we already talked a little bit about the Olympic scene. I'm gonna call it the Olympics. I don't know.
I know what. When I saw it, I was like, it's the Olympics because
Yeah.
the Greeks invented it. So I mean, Amazons are Greek.
Right.
Yeah.
Rawr. Okay, so I said a pirate sound. So we
Arr.
see her as a little girl competing, and right away we know she has some kind of superpowers because she's like this tall and she's outrunning full-grown Amazons, and we know that by previous movies, Amazons are like top-notch warriors, right?
Yeah.
And so, and then she gets knocked off her horse, and she cheats, and we get the stupid moral of the story. I really thought this could be cut, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely something else could have been put there.
Right, or at least,
Or not even put there at all.
or at least condense the scene.
Okay, look. I think it would have just the movie would have been like 10 times better if they didn't even have that scene.
Yeah.
Because like it didn't make a lot of sense comparing to how Diana's childhood actually was.
Right. They could have done more like they did in the first one where her mom has the book and she's reading about Ares
Yeah.
and stuff. She
and
could have done
was-
something like that. That would have been like a 5-minute
Yeah, because like
moral of a story how another warrior
yeah, and also like
cheated.
and also like it seems like the main puppet kind of master guy is like the god of lies or something. So they could have done something about that because there's only one time where his name is mentioned and I don't remember his name because it's really weird. But like.
Oh, yeah.
I really feel like they could have done something with that a little bit more because I think that would have been really interesting.
Yeah.
But no, they had to do Olympics
They
instead.
could have, maybe
They had to do the Olympics.
Right, which gets me to the fight. Maybe she could have fought that god. Instead, we got this weird fight at the end. Maybe we shouldn't get there right yet. But one thing we didn't put in our review was Trevor coming back. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was
him
funny.
coming back.
That
How
was one of
she
the,
was teaching him about the new world.
Yeah, that was one of the funny parts. That was one of the funniest
Yeah.
parts. That was probably like that was probably the best
best
part
part.
in the whole movie.
It was
The
what it
best
was.
part of the whole movie was
Was
when
her-
Trevor was in there.
Yeah, when she was showing him around the world, and he was like, "What is going on in today's society?"
Yeah, and like I think, yeah, that would definitely be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. It was like my favorite
Yeah.
part.
I think that was the part where actually everybody we were watching it with laughed. and
Yeah.
stuff, So we actually that was a
He's
good
like,
part.
he's like, I was gonna ride the bike to you, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work, so I just ran.
Right. Exactly. So I guess another parts, like a lot of people have compared the Pedro Pascal character. I don't know his name. What was his name?
Max Lord.
Max Lord. That's right. Max Lord's character to like Donald Trump. Only thing I didn't really see it. Only thing that resembled was the hair, but I didn't really
I
get
didn't
that.
see the hair
If people wouldn't have said it
resemblance.
before, I wouldn't have put back and back. He had it combed over. He had a semi Donald Trumpish hairstyle.
Well, I didn't know. I
But-
feel like that was like, if that was supposed to represent Donald Trump, they did a very bad job at it.
Well, he
because
said he got his inspiration from Donald Trump.
that is inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
anyways,
his costume idea or?
I don't know. But anyways, other people said that they got that feeling. I didn't get that feeling. Doesn't look like you got that feeling.
No, because I was like, I was more like corrupted genie.
Yeah.
That's what I was like. I'm like
Yep.
a deal maker.
Right.
That's what I. That's more like.
And they didn't really explain that very well, did they? At the beginning, like the whole time I was like, why is he taking things away from people? And then like, after like 10 minutes, they explained the whole storyline to us. Like after he's
Yeah.
already been doing it.
Yeah, I was like, I kind of got. I was like, I'm guessing he's just signing off deals at this point because since he's the one making the wish, he's like, now you have to give me this in return because
Right.
you don't get nothing. You don't get nothing for something because it's like that stone.
Yeah.
That stone. Oh, actually, it makes a lot of sense. Actually, that stone causes a counteract, right?
Yeah, but we didn't learn that until after he's already been doing it for like
No,
half
the
an
stone
hour.
itself. Like, right? And remember how when you make a wish on the stone, it gives you what you want, but
Yeah.
not in the way you expect, right? So that's kind of what he was doing, except
Uh-huh.
now that I think about it, I'm just like, that's what he was doing, except he had full control over that aftermath.
Well, the whole thing with the stone was you make a wish, and then it takes away the one thing that is most important to you.
Yes.
And that was what he was doing. They would make a wish, and he would take away the thing that was important to that person. Only we didn't know that's how the stone worked until about 20 or 30 minutes later, after he's been doing it the whole time. It was like, why are these people making wishes? And he's saying, well, I'm going to take this from you. It didn't make sense. I just thought he was just making a deal with them the whole time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
But-
thought. But now I realize, oh wait, he was
Yeah.
basically just controlling the counterfeit.
Yeah,
so.
because he wished himself to be the stone, and obviously he knew how it worked better than everybody else, because nobody else knew how it worked until they got some kind of
They also didn't
Manuscript.
explain that. They also did not explain how he happened to come across the knowledge of that stone.
right.
He just kind of happens to have it.
Well, we see that. Well, we do see that she was looking through his desk
Yeah,
and
but
has
those
been doing
look like-
research on it for a while.
But those look like it's been. But how did he find it though? How did he figure out that it was a
Oh,
thing?
how do you even get? I don't know.
Because you can't just
Plot hole.
like I don't know. Was he like just being like googling stuff and then just happened to come across the
Well,
dream
yeah,
stone?
because he didn't seem like the very smartest guy. He was into getting rich and the money, and he wasn't really into artifacts.
So like, how did he find this thing?
Right. And another thing is, how is he able to donate all this money to this museum when he's basically broke?
He lied.
Yeah, well, he was broke. Well, he was giving him money, but he was just broke. He wasn't lying about giving him money. They see the money that he's giving him.
I don't know.
So, yeah. And then let's get to Minerva, a.k.a. Cheetah, if I say her name right. Her character was... I liked her character a little bit, I guess. It was pretty well done.
Yeah, it's kind of basically, yeah, it's how I thought basically Cheetah kind of came about. Because I'm like, I feel like that's how it is. I feel like that's how it happened.
Right. She was a good attention person. She gets bullied a lot, I guess. Or she's pretty much unnoticed, and then she wants to get noticed. Kind of like the Riddler in Batman Forever with Val Kilmer. I don't know if you've seen that. Where he's kind of jealous of Bruce Wayne, and he gets real smart, and he starts to act more like Bruce Wayne. That's kind of like her. And this one, she's kind of jealous of Diana, that everybody likes her, and she's real knowledgeable.
Jealous, but not. Like, it seems like jealous in like, oh wow, how are you doing that? Not like spiteful.
Yeah, at first, yeah.
It's more like this is really cool. You're really neat, and then that's basically it.
Yep. And once she made her wish, that's when it became spiteful, because she kind of lost the compassion
Lost
part
that. Yeah.
of her humanity. And then I just think that they did it kind of poorly with her fighting scene. We never get her see. She was only cheated for like what, 4 or 5 minutes.
She was not cheated very long, and it was
No.
sad. I was like, and
Yep.
the first time when she actually appeared, though, when she was like the first time she started beating up Diana,
Mhm.
I saw what she was wearing, and it was like cheetah print and stuff like that, and it was like some kind of angsty game thing or something. I'm like, if they changed Cheetah's freaking thing, I'm gonna be so mad.
I think they changed it a little bit.
They did, and like they also kind of took away Cheetah's abilities as well, which is like that's not really what happened. I don't think that's how that works.
Right. Yep, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. But I don't think she, out of all the people in the world, we're getting to the final fight. She was the one who didn't really lose. I don't think she ever denounced her wish.
Renounced it? No, I don't think she
I think
did.
she might. Well,
She
I mean,
gave it
she
to
looked
you.
human, but I don't know.
She might have renounced her wish.
Yeah, she might have renounced it, but I think she's gonna try to. If they do another one, maybe she's gonna try to become Cheetah again. Who knows?
I don't know, but like, definitely though, it was weird.
And then we get to the final fight, which is like the most disappointing final fight ever.
It's
where
not even
she's
a
just,
fight.
she's
It's more
just,
like let's watch Wonder Woman get ragdolled.
yeah,
That's basically what it was.
yeah. Well, she's trying to get the her loop on him or something. I don't know.
And
But
the
she's just
wind's
she's
like-
talking. She's talking. I don't understand. I don't understand the ending.
I
It's
felt like
probably my
during
fault.
that part during it was like me. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is some
Yeah.
kind of freaking
Yeah,
ad.
like how is she able to talk to the whole world? I know she has her rope on his ankle.
But what he needs? Didn't he need the cameras on?
Yeah, and then like I guess because he needed the cameras up first, but then he had those rays coming, those whatever coming down. You know that little
His
area he was in.
his abilities didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It was like,
Especially at that part.
and then he was seeing things. He was
Yeah.
seeing what was happening. He was like, and I was, how are you doing
Yeah.
this?
Well,
You don't
the whole
have
movie,
this.
you had to touch the guy, and then all of a sudden
okay,
he
that's-
gets in front of a camera
no,
and he
that's-
says, "Look into my eyes."
No, that's
That's
what.
not physical
Stop.
contact.
Stop it.
What?
That's already been explained.
What? The being able to look at somebody?
No, you don't. No, they weren't looking at it. The thing that was broadcasting, right?
Yeah.
The president told them that it was touching everything. Like the particles come down, they touch everything. So he was like, "Oh, that's neat." So he used that. So basically,
okay.
So basically, he was technically touching everything
Everything.
because
okay.
because his image was being shot down onto
broadcasted everything.
Yeah.
Well, then that's how she would have been able to talk to everybody.
But the cameras
I
were
don't-
cut off.
Yeah, I don't know how they heard
And
her
they
voice.
couldn't hear her. They wouldn't have heard
Yeah.
her anyways.
Right. Yeah,
They
because
did.
there's no microphone. I
And
don't
then there
know.
was definitely like that one person though who was like praying in the thing. He's like, "I wish to be a king." I was like, "Where's your TV? Where's your TV guy?"
Yeah. Well, he was denouncing it. See, what else is there to talk about? I
feel
guess maybe the armor. I don't know. What did you
Armor.
want to say?
The armor was such a big part, and then it gets completely maimed.
Yeah, it's like, man, this armor is undestroyable.
And then
Indestructible.
Cheetah tears through it like
Yeah,
a piece of paper.
Right, basically, just like it's
It's like that
Like
is
it's
so
made out of
sad.
aluminum or something.
I'm just like, that's so stupid.
right. What were you gonna say?
What?
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 What were you gonna say?
I said that Cheetah tore through the.
No, before that,
Oh, before that.
I
Oh,
interrupted
the
you.
wall.
Oh, the wall
wall.
going around.
I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, because it was like someone was like, I want to make sure these guys can't come back in, and so he's like, and so Max is like, okay, your wish is granted, and then like a big giant wall appears around it,
Yeah.
and then the water's cut off and all that, and I'm just like, that's really stupid.
Yeah.
That's
what
really.
happened.
I'm like, I'm here expecting something like really cool to happen, but no, just a freaking wall erupts from the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that is so dumb. You
It
couldn't
blocks
have,
out.
like,
all
could you have been a little bit more creative?
Yeah, and that blocks everything out. So I guess the moral of the story was that he needed the world more than the world needed him.
Mm-hmm.
All
So
right.
it was like, he's like,
So,
and his.
anything else?
It was like also, like talking about like the payoff though.
Yeah, the payoff wasn't no payoff.
The payoff was non-existent.
The fight with Cheetah was very disappointing, and then the whole thing with between her and Max Lord was very
was
even
horribly
more
disappointing.
disappointing.
And
Yeah.
it was like, and then Max got no punishment at all for like almost blowing up the
Yeah,
world.
yeah, he did he? He
No,
got to
he-
be back with his kids. He's all free.
And I'm just
this guy completely almost
this guy almost destroyed the planet. What
caused
do
a
you?
apocalypse.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
This is like, I'm
I
just
guess
like,
there's no crime, and there's no crime in granting wishes.
he almost blew up the planet.
Yeah, but he was just granting wishes. Everybody else almost.
He
blew
was
up.
almost granting. He may have been granting wishes, but look what he was doing in a day. He was taking people's life force
Well,
away.
Yeah, that too. But nobody else got punished either for the wishes they made and their destruction.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Do whatever you want, and there's no punishment. That's the moral of the story. Do whatever you want.
It's not.
you won't
Don't
get
lie.
punished
No,
for
the
it.
moral of the story isn't not. Don't lie.
Cheetah didn't
It's-
even get punished.
No, Cheetah didn't get punished.
Nobody
It
got
was
punished.
like- it was
Everybody's free.
It was just like the moral of the story is not don't lie.
Yeah.
It's do whatever the heck you want. You won't
Well,
get put in jail or nothing.
Just think, all those people were rioting and looting and stealing.
Yeah.
No punishment. I'm sure that the one guy wished this lady dead and she died, and no punishment. I wonder if she came back to life when he renounced.
Most likely.
So
Because
maybe,
it was-
I
but it
guess
was
it was
like-
a fake death, a fake murder.
But it, like, I feel like in that case, though, I feel like he more, like, said that out of hate, though, instead of, like, actually meaning it. Because, like, he was probably like, it probably doesn't work, so why not? So,
Yeah, 'cause
it was just like a comeback, and then
you're right.
he was just like, oh, no.
Well,
He
I
was
don't
looking out the window, and he saw, like, his people being, like, dragged away or something. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, those things are real.
All right, I think we could wrap this up. It's 25 minutes. Enough for Wonder Woman 2 for a movie we didn't like. It's always the things you don't like is what you talk about the most.
I know, because you find everything wrong with it.
Yeah. All right, we hope you guys have a great day. Until next time.
Until next time. Ow, it hurts my eyes.